back. I am Big T, and this is NHL 2016 Be a GM mode, and we are playing with the Vancouver Canucks. First off, I've got to apologize. I had a whole video recorded on a new recording software that we just tried. When I came to do the upload and everything, I lost everything. So I will take a couple minutes right now just to get you up to date to where we are. You did not miss much. Actually, you missed quite a disappointing season so far. And last video was just filled with a bunch of ranting and me complaining and whining and all that stuff. So anyways, it works out in the end. You don't have to listen to me whine. We can just do a fast forward version of it. We started off over here on the 1st of December with loss, win, loss, 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 loss. Okay, well, if I say every time we lost, this is what the video is going to sound like. Loss, 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 loss. Yes, you heard. Our team absolutely shit the bed. Yes, we did terrible. As you can see, in December, we went one. It's hard to find some wins. Two, three wins in December because this one's in January. And losses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 losses. So, yeah, it was quite disappointing. So we decided, all right, let's go on to the next month. Let's see if our luck can change. And alas, January starts with a win. Now we get a second win, and I'm thinking, all right, we're going to look good. And then loss, loss. And then win, win, win. Hello. Loss. Win. Loss. 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 You take one step forward, you take 4 steps back. That is the story of the Vancouver Canucks this year. So at the end of the episode, I was talking about we would go up to the trade deadline, and at that point we were going to make a very, very hard decision. Were we getting rid of the core of the Vancouver Canucks, meaning the Sedins, Verbata, Miller, Marleau, and were we going to trade them all in for draft choices and younger players? I'm not really into drafting, getting draft choices because, you know, it's a crapshoot. You may get something good in 5 years, 4 years, 3 years. You may get something good in 1 year. You may get something good never. So I do like the idea of trading up for some young players. However, the realty for young players, the problem with that is they are very expensive real estate. Because when you draft a player who is very good, who is just about to be NHL ready, and you're looking at 20, 21, 22 years old, their trade value skyrockets. So, that being said, let me go back here. We'll show you the record. It's too bad that, well, no, it's not really too bad that I lost all the recording because, first of all, it was on a new recording software. I tried something new, and it really didn't work out. The resolution was terrible on it, and I decided to go back to what I had before. But as you saw with my intro, a little schnazzy, eh? Yeah, I'm starting to get high tech. I'm starting to learn what I'm doing here. That aside, let's go to the stats. Marleau is my number 1 point man, 30 points. That says a lot about my team. We have 50 games played. That's 5-0, 50. My top point maker has 30 points, which is Marleau. He's a 36-year-old left-wing sniper. He has 30 points. This is terrible. We can't expect to win anything like this. Verbata, 28 points in 50 games. Sedin is not even a point every 2 games. other Sedin, he's not even a point every 3 games. Like, come on, those are my stars. They are not cutting it in any way whatsoever. So, I think I'm going to stick to what I had planned. We're going to go to the trade deadline. I'm going to stop a couple days before, and we're going to decide whether we are continuing with this team. They would have to do something amazing until then. Or are we going to trade 1 or 2 players just to help us push over the edge? They would have to do pretty good. Or are we going to destroy the core of our team? Accept the fact that I was I have so much trouble saying that word. It starts with a W, ends with a G. Wrong. Okay, there we go. There we go. I just thought of somebody else doing something wrong, then I could say the word. Now, in all honesty, I never expected the Vancouver Canucks to look this bad. Could be just a simulation on EA, but hey, Vancouver's not doing that great this year either, and they have a very similar team to what I have, minus my top point maker this year, and minus Iginla, who has dropped down to an 80 for me, because he's being a little whiny. I care not to say that because I don't really like swearing, but he's being a real whine butt. Anyways, so what we're going to do, we're going to go up to the trade deadline. We're going to see if this team has any spark whatsoever, and then maybe it'll be time for me to admit defeat and that I was wrong, and we have to rebuild this team from the core up. We have Jake that's coming up. We've got Hunter Shinkaruk that's coming up. We've got a couple players that are coming up that are promising for the future. I've got that waiver pickup that defenseman. I would be saying their names, but I'm afraid to butcher them. Anyways, we've got a couple players who are very promising here, so we can have a very good future, but I was hoping to have a very good present and a very good future, but I may have to just have either my cake or eat it. I can't have my cake and eat it. Alright, so enough blabbing about all this. Let's move on. I'm going to go at 2-week intervals. I've turned off injuries in the last episode. So if you recall the last recorded one that I put on YouTube, I said that we were going to get rid of injuries, and I've went with best lines. They have changed my lines a bit. Let me just show you what they've given us. Go to manage rosters. There is edit lines. This is the lines that the computer, the AI, thinks that I should be going with. I don't say no. It's not the greatest lines, but hey, notice where Iginla is. Yes, he fell onto my third line. You are a waste of money. Had I known it would have been that kind of issue, I would have kept my players. Anyways, as my defense, let's go to defense. And this is the player I was talking about. Possibility of a high elite player. He's 82 overall. He's already grown 1 this year. Despite how badly we are playing, I am hoping that he keeps on growing. And offensive defensemen, we do need those. So, now you've seen the lines. You've seen our stats. We are second last in our conference. We are third last in our division, if I am correct there. Second last in our division as well. We are 11 points out of a possible wild card spot. It's not looking good. So let's move on. Alright, so we just passed the All-Star break. I'm going to go 2-week intervals. And then another 2 weeks, and that'll bring us to the 28th against San Jose. This is the point here that I want to decide what we are going to do. It may be a short video. It might just be the 15-minute video. But at this point here, we need to think of the future of the Vancouver Canucks. This is a team, in my opinion, is cursed. cursed. It's got the Stanley Cup curse. It's always been right there for them to grab, but they just haven't done it. So I want to win a Stanley Cup with Vancouver. All right, so we start with a win. Go against Calgary, another win. A shootout loss, at least we got a point. Okay, so players want to meet with me. Let's go see what the players would like. Okay, Patrick Marleau. I have to admit, I've been underperforming lately. All right, Patrick Marleau, you've been underperforming. You're my number one player, but, you know, I've heard that option 2 is the safe one. It's always going the safe one. I think it's a little cheap that now that everybody knows it's a safe one and we always go there. So I want to go with what I feel would be the best answer. We need to see some results or you're going to start feeling the consequences. Okay, threatening is never really a good way. Everybody goes through rocky patches. You'll turn a corner soon. Yeah, butt kisser. Numbers are black and white. We need you to produce. Well, it's kind of why I brought Patrick Marleau to this team, is to give us an offensive spark. The only spark he's given us is, I don't know what spark he's given us. I know you have it in you. You just need to stay focused and going forward. Yeah, you know, that's not too bad either. No, I'll put it quite frankly right in front of him. Hey, look at your numbers. You've got 30 points here. You're supposed to be way up there. I'm expecting a point a game out of you. Numbers are black and white. I need you to start producing or you're going on a trading block. Now, I won't tell him he's going on a trading block, but I'm certainly going to think it. Oh, and Patrick Marleau enjoyed that answer. Yeah, a little bit of rough love. Hey, man. You know, it is what it is. You know you're underperforming. I know you're underperforming. So get your butt in gear. Come on. Prove to me that I am not absolutely crazy who has no knowledge of hockey whatsoever, who, given a little bit of hope to this team, prove to me that I'm not crazy. Please. All right. So 78 is our locker chemistry. All right, let's go with Arizona. Win. Good, good, good. Okay, there's our first regular time loss in the month of February. So we have 1, 2, 3 wins out of 5 games. And out of the 2 losses, we got 1 point. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7 out of a possible 10 points. That is a 70% conversion rate. That is a good conversion rate on a hockey club. Now, if we can keep this up a little bit, let's go quickly over here. Okay, no player meetings. Let's continue the next 2 weeks. Give me another 70% here, and we will consider just doing a tweak. All right, Amateur Scout. Let's, I really do like the North American market on the first and second year. I don't know if they changed it. The old generation, the first, second, and third year, you didn't even bother looking into the European sectors for any players. You went strictly North American, and I don't know if it's the same thing, but just the amount of players available. Let's go see in the WHL. They seem to have a lot of players available. So we did, last video we did forwards in the United States, and then we did defensemen in the OHL. So let's go defensemen again, this time in the WHL, and 1 month. All right. So we start off with a loss, followed by a win, followed by a loss. Not great. Another loss. And there we go. See, This is what I mean. We can't continue like this. This is not acceptable. I have such a better team on the ice than this. You guys are giving me at best 500 hockey for the month. This is not acceptable. All right, so let's move up one more day. Simulate to this day. Okay, the Pro Scout, the trade deadline's almost upon us, and I would recommend review our trading block preferences. Okay, so we've lost again. So yeah, I do believe we need to start. Vancouver Canucks are definitely selling. We are sellers. There is some teams that are got good chances. We see we've fallen last in our division. Let's see. Go to Pacific Division. Oh no, we're not last. We're sixth out of possible seven. The lower team is Arizona Coyotes, although they're doing great this year in real NHL. In this game, the simulation, they look pretty bad. Where are we here? Oh yeah, that's right. There's more than 12 teams. We're 13th out of 14th. And if we go in the entire league at this point right here, let's go towards the bottom because I know that's where we're going to be. We're 28th out of 30. The other two teams were 5 points ahead and a bunch of points ahead. I think it's a safe bet to say the Arizona Coyotes are going to be shoe in for last overall in the NHL. Doesn't mean anything because the top 4 spots are determined by lottery this year. But they're pretty shoe in to be in the last place unless something drastic happens. But I think everybody here can agree that the Vancouver Canucks, with a 45.08 percentage of wins, of possible points out there, of all the points, we only managed to get 45.08. That's not 500 hockey. That's terrible. The power play is terrible. The penalty kill is terrible. Our record is terrible. There's nothing good I can say about this team. I don't want to complain. This gives us a great opportunity. At the moment right here, we need to get some trades done. We are going to be selling. Marleau, Verbata, Sedin, Iginla, Sedin again. You know what? Alexander Edler, well, he's not a bad defenseman for us. He's young enough. I would say the line is 30 years old. Anything above 30 years old, you're for sale. Anything under 30, we'll play case by case. I'm not getting rid of my rookies. I want some first rounders. I want some young talent. Let's just do a quick view of the in a trading block. Trade Scout, yeah. Trading block. Let's see what teams have up there. Browse trading blocks. All right, so here there'd be a first round pick. Let's go here. Sean Doan, too old. Bryce Gordon, too old. Look at all these first round picks. 2016. San Jose pick. Buffalo, too old. No picks. Don't need. First round. But they are pretty high up in the standings, so their first rounds aren't really... See, Eric Stahl. He's on the trading block. They want to get rid of him. He's 31, though. He's got $8.2 million cap hit. I don't think it's not the kind of player we need if we're going on a rebuild. A couple first rounders, but first rounders for Chicago lately have been like very late picks. Tanguay, again, nothing. First rounder, first rounder. You see, this is what I'm looking at. Look at this. He's a high top six. He's 19 years old, 71 overall. This is not something that's going to get us the Stanley Cup this year, but maybe in 2-3 years. That's what I mean by a rebuild. First rounder, first rounder. A lot of people trying to get rid of their first rounders. First rounder, Richards and Helm, nothing really there. Oilers, Ferens, 4th and 5th. Campbell, Jagger, and Mitchell, nothing. Not taking a 44-year-old in. First round pick. Okay, Grinder. First rounder. Once again, first rounders. Okay, so we're not going to have trouble looking for some first round picks because that seems to be all that people want to give. See, here's a prime example. He's 19. He's going to be a top 4 defenseman with a potential of medium. So, yeah, his trade value is not that high. It's a chance you have to take. If you don't take it, well, we're going to end up with a bunch of first rounders, and we're going to end up with a bunch of those players. They may not be as good as medium top 4s, though. First rounder. Elias, too old. Whoa, first round. Nick Paul, high bottom 6. See, there's another player. Looks like he could probably be something that we could look at. Doesn't have very much trade value, which means we can get him for a bag of pucks and a kiss with my old grandma. See, first rounder. Okay. That is what I am looking for. Exactly this kind of player. He's 74, so no, he won't help this year. But next year, I'm pretty sure he'll be NHL ready. We put him in there. He's going to grow up next to Jake. He's going to grow up next to Bo Horvat. He's going to help the team. That's the kind of player I'm looking for. All right, so Joel Ward, too old. See, that's a problem. The AI in this system here, they have a very, very likely to put, they are very, very likely to put first rounders or very young prospects on the trading blocks. Very rare will you see like Ryan Johansson, somebody like that. You won't see that on a trade block until they're like 36, but in the real NHL, anything's possible, you know? So I am not going to base all of my trades on simply what I think would be on their trading block or what I see on their trading block. I'm going to try to be as realistic as possible, meaning that I'm not going to go for I'm not going to go for somebody like Steven Stamkos and offer him a Bo Horvat and 2 first-round picks. That's not realistic. Come on, who would do something like that? But if I see players that I want, like for example, we'll just throw a player because I know the team. If I want to go after say, I can't think of a player now. Malkin from the Pittsburgh Penguins. If I go and I give you Henrik Sedin and Radim Verbata and a first rounder for Malkin, Pittsburgh's already got a first line center, and there has been a lot of rumors that Malkin would be moved from there. So maybe that wouldn't be so unrealistic. But if I go Malkin for the first round of this year, next year, the year after, and the year after, and the year, no, that's not very realistic. So that's what I mean by my trades. I'm going to try to keep them realistic. You may not agree with all of them, but at the end, this is for entertainment, and it's not entertaining to see a losing team all the time. All right. And what I see here is there's not a heck of a lot out on the blocks. The player that's opened my eyes is Daniel Sprong. I really do like him. Now let's see, just get a little idea. His trade line is high. So if I was to go here and let's say we put in Verbata in there, I'd have to add a lot more than Verbata. And then there's the salary cap on both sides, so this may not be a trade that'll work, but it gives us ideas of where to go. So anyways, feel free to leave comments, give me suggestions. I am actually asking you guys for suggestions. If you do have anything, I would love that. And feel free to throw out anything at all, like any ridiculous trade that you think I wouldn't look. Okay, so let's exit from there. Well, 26 minutes already. All right, so I will cut the video over here. Our record right now is 23, 29, and 9. Once again, I apologize for the little screw up I had. It was a video very similar to this one with me complaining and whining, but at least now we know for sure we need to do some trades. We're not keeping this team. Vancouver Canucks are going in full rebuild mode. Starting next video. Trading, trading, trading. Next video is going to be only trades. Alright, so thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video. Hit the like if you do. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I'll see you in the next video. This is Big T. Big T out.